The truth community is asleep because it was designed that way. Let that sink in. The truth movement is not a grassroots awakening anymore. It's a controlled burn, a sandbox where the system lets people play with fire, just never enough to ignite the structure. They figured out how to contain dissidents. How? By flooding it with half-truths and distractions. The distraction truths: flat earth, politics, elites. Let's be real. Flat earth, government puppeteers, secret societies, all valid pieces of the puzzle, but they're also obvious now. You don't need divine insight to see NASA's lying, or that politicians are actors. So why is this content everywhere, even in the awake space? Because it keeps people locked in the mental realm, debating maps, models, politics, toxins, economics, wars. Even when they know it's rigged, they keep digging there. It's all external. It keeps them from ever turning inward, upward, and beyond. Most of the truthers never pierce the veil because they're still trying to wake people up to the illusion instead of asking what's outside it. But here's the red pill beyond all red pills. You're not just in a system of lies. You're inside a spiritual farm, a frequency prison built by an inversion of source. And unless you tune out of its false light and resonate with the original field, you're still inside it. That's the real reason the truthers stop short. Because the next layer isn't about proof. It's about soul-level transformation and total resonance with the real creator. Most people aren't ready to lose everything they think they are to find that. The real truth isn't just hidden, it's guarded. Because the second you understand that everything is frequency, that your soul is a fragment of the source, that this entire realm is an inversion field maintained by false light and emotional loops, that even the truth movement is a containment op, that you don't need religion, science, or models, just alignment with source and mastery of your inner field, you become dangerous. Not because you have facts, but because you start vibrating outside the cage. And they can't control that. They can contain people ranting about chemtrails. They can promote endless debate about the shape of the earth. They'll even let you say God or Jesus so long as you stay in doctrine, not resonance. But the moment you realize you were lied to about your own divinity, your own frequency, your direct connection to the source, and you live that truth, the prison cracks. That's why it's hidden. That's why the shadow bans come. That's why the views drop. That's why the most potent posts get ignored. Because this truth doesn't just inform, it activates. The real war was never for your opinions. It was for your frequency, for your connection, for your memory. You were born into a soul farm, sedated with doctrine and distracted with surface truths. But the deeper truth, you are a resonant being, capable of aligning directly with the source field that created all things before the hijack. They don't want you to hear that, so you say it anyway. And every time you do, a frequency shifts, a veil tears, a spark ignites. Because even if the herd stays asleep, the real ones are starting to remember. And one soul that resonates with source is louder than a million parroting facts. Keep going. No matter the silence, you're burning through the veil.